My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to video game Melting Remnant. This is Monster Train 2. Because usually I can just say video game because I'm usually playing about one video game maximum at once. But I don't know if you know, but another series has started on the channel quite recently. I haven't recorded even the first episode of it just yet. I just know that as soon as it drops, I plan to record it. So I'm kind of putting myself on a hook here. Like, if you keep hearing me talk about a new series and it hasn't started on the channel, it's time to harass me. This should have started it by the point that we're talking about in this instance, which is to say, Aethermancer. Check it out. For the moment, though, we're playing Monster Train 2, specifically. Against Seraph Fraternus, chosen of Savagery, who's going to be sending the Rage Wings at us. We've got the Pyre Heart, Fire is Greed. I gotta make sure, I almost need to put like a sticky note on my screen. Do not discard Vengeful Shards. 2 copies of Hallowed Drippings in the base deck. Definitely gonna want to do some sort of burnout strategy with those. Pseudoscience. Applies randomly Lifesteal 2, Reanimate 1 or Spike 6 to a unit, and then finally Wickless Baron. Neat. I kind of want to look at my champion first. Yeah, because I really want Burn Bright. I really like Burn Bright and then just throwing Hallowed Drippings at it. It's just big stats. Big statistics. Accumulator obviously gets larger over time, but like it grows worse than Wickless Baron to start with. And also your damage, if I recall correctly, the Accumulator's damage never gets that high. It goes to 3, right? No, it's 4. Okay, 1, 2, and 4. So it still grows damage slower than Wickless Baron. I would have really actually liked the ability to go to Crypt Call here though. Start using Crypt Call as an ability because it's got a cooldown of 1 and it reforms units for you. It's super cool. Anyway, crush my dreams, why don't you? Give me Burn Bright. Whoa. Starter cards cost -1. Makes the secret ingredients free, I guess. Unit cards without upgrades cost a -1. Not especially relevant, to be honest. I'm really going to want to upgrade the units I play. -1 energy per turn. Remember, don't discard Vengeful Shard. Don't discard Vengeful Shard. You know what? Damn it, I really wanted spikes. Guess I'll take Sap looking for, there we go, melee weakness, just for the upcoming boss. Lifesteal doing some great work on the Wickless Baron on the bottom line, helping keep it alive. Oh, spikes. That's also what I was hoping from it. From the whole time. From it the whole time. There we go. I mean, anytime I have a Harvest Floor, obviously Entombed Explosive comes to mind as something I like as well. Also, in a world where I can give you Reanimate quite easily. There's the Reanimate. Also, overworked assistant. 0 number 1 size, reanimate 1, incant gain, unstable 4. We can incant for that a lot. And then I can try and keep using pseudoscience and secret ingredient to keep it alive. So it just sits behind Rectiflicker and then does AoE damage for the sake of the Wickless Baron. I really like that. Second area has Merchant of Steel Lazarus League, so I'm leaning Remnant Banner, Merchant, and Magic, but then you look at your spells. Starter cards cost -1, so realistically, like, I could get Spell Chain, and it's good on Secret Ingredient. It's just a bunch of free cards I get. Double Stack for Hallowed Dripping's pretty good. Intrinsic for Hallowed Dripping also pretty good. There's certainly upgrades I care about. How much do I care about a Merchant of Arms in the second area, though? A little or a lottle? Because if I'm doing that, I definitely go Lazarus League Merchant of Steel. One reason to go Lazarus League Merchant of Steel, dualism on Overworked Assistant, as well as adding additional reanimate to it, huge upgrades, the Wickless Baron, obviously, some additional health, some endless shenanigans for Entombed Explosive. Yeah, let's do that. First things first, reanimate on either Overworked Assistant or Entombed Explosive makes a lot of sense. I also think like Large Stone Multi-Strike both on a Wickless Baron also sounds pretty good. Get it a decent stat line to be starting with, get it the ability to multi-hit enemies. It's not going to be great against Savagery, realistically, but that's where the Overworked Assistant should hopefully come in. What other arguments are there? That I should Large Stone the Wickless Tycoon and not give it Multi-Strike, awaiting a possibility to Mini-Stone it later? Too unreliable. That I should reroll instead after getting Reanimate, hoping to find Dualism? Super unreliable as well. Although Endless and Quick would both be pretty good. I'm going to multi-strike the Wickless Baron. I'm going to take Reanimate on Overworked Assistant, and I'm not going to reroll. It's really hard to walk away from this without taking the Large Stone and just going like, that's good. Why would I not? It's good. Why would I not? It's... Are you kidding me? I literally just hadn't looked at the... Well, there's Reforming Ooze. I guess... I mean, I would have loved to give you Multi-Strike. I would have loved to give you some way to gain Reanimate. Maybe just additional Reanimate. So the Reforming Ooze needs to die. Ideally. was really hoping for reanimate there. Yeah, you're just getting +6 damage permanently from this fight once right now. It's not great. It's not what I plan to do in the future. It's just where we're at the moment. God, I might even be... I might even need to go to this Merchant of Steel. We'll see. Anyway, giving spikes to the Wickless Baron seems like it'd be really good down on this bottom line. The hallowed drippings. Sights for lifesteal on the bottom floor. Sloven Knight's gonna go up with 22 health. Not capable of taking that out at the moment. I can do 4 more damage to him this floor. 18 health on the next. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Just throw a blast infusion. I just realized I've been playing the shards constantly. It's literally exactly the thing that I was like, nope, don't do that. I will do everything else the exact same. I'm just not playing those shards anymore. I'm done with those shards. Was that the first? Was the... Because I didn't play a shard last turn, so that means the first shard that I had ever encountered was actually on a... Oops. To be fair to myself, I had... There was no shard that I had drawn up until that point that I hadn't played. Right? Get him, Baron. Ooh. I'll take a third Hallowed Drippings. Sanguine Assistant, Twisted Assistant. Sanguine's Lifesteal. Twisted is Trample. I think Trample's probably much more important to me right now. I don't think I'm supposed to go Merchant of Steel. I think, like, if I went for Reforming Ooze here, like... I'm looking for ways to reanimate and benefit from reanimate. Friendly units have Endless. Interesting. I mean, that's the ability to just summon the Reforming Ooze again and 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 again. Wait a second. Like, just 1 minute. I don't know how Stasis Crystal would interact with the apprentice. Sorry, the overworked assistant. If you were locked in stasis, your incants would still trigger, which means you gain unstable, but you're in stasis. So nothing can target you, but can your own unstable still kill you? Also, you're gaining 20 additional stats every turn, so it becomes really difficult to trigger your unstable, which is a problem as well. Do I have other units that would want Stasis Crystal? Because if I do, I might be able to no, I have no one else who wants to see that Stasis Crystal in the slightest. That's really unfortunate. Stoic Plate Mail is just a huge amount of health for Rectiflicker. I think Memorial of the Melted gives me the opportunity of rerunning Entombed Explosive and reforming Ooze just as their own line, happily. I kind of even want to re-roll here. But I won't. Upgrade something to be in the opening hand. I think Stoic Plate Mail could honestly be there. I don't need Stoic Plate Mail at the start of the fight. You've got a lot of health. You'll be healthy until I draw it. No. Card from the deck, definitely not. Do I want Memories of the Melted from the very start of the battle? If I did that, I would get Reforming Ooze and Entombed Explosive, and I just keep throwing them on the bottom line and keep letting them self-sack. Unfortunately, slightly too large to do those on the exact same line as the Wickless Baron. I think that sounds like a really good idea. Good lord! I can't stop getting this event! Well, I mean, Many Lives is literally on offer right now, and it's just give Reanimate 3 to a unit. I have the Reforming Ooze. Yes, please. Total misplay. He lies. 1-1-1. You want me to go right 3 times? What are we, the Overton window after the last 20 years? Ayo! Really, it's been 50. I'm thinking, right? Merchant of Trinkets, not bad. Right? Merchant of Magic. Kinda tough. Right? Another Merchant of Trinkets. I want more Merchants of Steel than that, but I think I can afford it. Do I care about it, though? Because obviously, like, I can get, you know, the Worthy Sacrifice on Entombed Explosive. We can get Fecundity on Overworked Assistant. It just doesn't matter, is the important question. I think it could. I think it very could. I don't think I'm in a position to consistently support the Overworked Assistant at the moment. Hell yeah. Just instantly having the Twisted Assistant sack on that top floor is great for us. Take on Stable, immediately throw it to get some additional kills on the bottom line, and then start working on, there we go, hopefully something that gives Reanimate. I really don't want to incant on that floor if I can avoid it. That's 3 more murders of the mysterious Ooze. Also moved it to the back line, unfortunately, there. Let's give you regen reanimate so that I can start fishing. Gonna go for unstable. For the sake of the top line. Throw a stoic plate mail at you. Hello Drippings follows up, and then Rage. Sap's probably more relevant, to be honest. Up. I hope that's the first shot I played this battle. It's literally like a muscle. It's literally like a muscle memory thing. Like, I just immediately play it and go, cool, I have succeeded at following best practices. And then my brain shorts out for a second. Yo. Hallowed Halls is an incredible way to try and manage the floor with a reforming ooze on it. Double-edged barrow, though, that multi-strike is ridiculous on so many of my units at the moment, too. Test subject alpha. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the floor. It's Wickless Baron with a test subject alpha behind. Additional deployment ember is pretty important here now because of the cost of the test subject alpha, but it's 100% worth it. My regret comes in the fact that I recognize I don't get another opportunity to upgrade the test subject alpha at a Merchant of Steel for at least 4 rungs. Whenever a friendly unit gains burnout, gains 3 additional stacks. I mean, that's fine. Three piercing damage. Between floors. I think we could easily take that. I think actually, yeah, Seraph Fraternus is where I'm really going to turn the test subject online. But up until that point, I think the bottom line is going to be a forfeit line where I have my Memories of the Melted, Reforming Ooze, probably not Overworked Assistant, if I'm honest, and Entombed Explosive. Maybe even some of the grafts. No, not the graft units, because they don't come back with their graft. But that'll just be where I keep sacrificing those units. And then those units ascend to the next floor. To our harvest floor, which is where our Wickless Baron and then eventually the test subject alpha will be standing behind it on that floor. And then our very top floor is just Rectiflicker and Dregs, just for anyone who gets past. So Combustible Wax is really good for extending that burnout timer on those top liners. It gives me a lot more safety there. The only thing is it also basically doesn't matter. Memorial Fund, it's going to take a while to pay off for itself, but... And with what I currently have in the deck, it's not going to pay off for itself very effectively. There's the ability Crypt Call for Dark Calling. We'll take Burnout 2. Let's look at the Celestial Alco first as well, in case it changes our minds. Dominating Power. Plus 10 damage to a unit. Strike. Apply Corruption 20. Dominating Authority. Summon an additional unit from the deck. I mean, that's pretty good. Dominating Control. Add melee weakness and spell weakness on strike. I mean, that's almost irrelevant entirely. Plus 10 damage and Corruption obviously makes the test subject alpha ridiculous again. Realistically, the reason I'm hesitating to take Combustible Wax here is because it is probably the highest value of these in terms of improving our units. However, the units it improves, I almost do not care about. I think I'm going to be really glad that I took Memorial Fund in 2 rungs time when I'm up my next Merchant of Trinkets. Can't throw away endless. Can't throw away units on the bottom line when they're endless there. Hey, got another reanimate there. No, the test subject have a quick sweep, so I don't need to get spikes on Wickless Baron. Let's go reanimate. I'm really hoping to find Unstable now. That's a shame. Thankfully, at least I do get to play the Reforming Ooze again. Again, don't really want to play any of those on the bottom line. I mean, I guess I can play these 2 Drakes here. I'm not going to be using that space for anything else. Go. Forming Ooze down there. Unfortunately, I mean, both of those are going to be drawn next turn as well. Do I want them to be drawn next turn? Maybe. I think we'll be okay. Especially if I can get Lifesteal out of that Pseudoscience. Am I okay drawing all 4 of these same units again next turn? No, not really. Get him! I like a single Votivary. It's already got Endless, though. Kill a random non-boss enemy unit and a friendly unit. I mean, if I am doing a sacrificial bottom line, that's a great card for me. Votivary is really nice, but, like... it's really nice. Surgical Strike. Kill a unit, add a copy of this card with Ephemeral to your hand. Well, do 4 damage, and then if you kill a unit, add a copy of this card with Ephemeral to your hand. I mean, you know, I could pump it up and then eventually have it killing Reforming Ooze constantly. I will say Puffer Flesh giving a... no, I can't get both equipment from Twisted Back and Puffer Skin on the same person. Replicate Array, that's a way to just get a second Rectiflicker halfway through the fight, and that's going to be good. Eventually, that's just going to be a very big guy. So, pick up Right again. Spell Chain. Not bad in a world where it's just a additional trigger of secret ingredient and more incants. I'm gonna -1 cost a pseudoscience, take a reroll. Perfect. Remove consume from replicator. And reduce the cost from replicator. Hell, I'll give holdover to the spell chain secret. I'll stand. Nope. Doesn't work on anything artifacts. Hilarious. 2 units get plus 30 health and burn out 1. There's also Votive Key, applies Endless to the first friendly unit blade each turn, which realistically would save me from even needing Memories of the Melted in the first place if I wanted to do it like that. I think Melting Spout and then just being able to throw Entombed Explosives endlessly on the bottom line sounds good. Good lord, so many cool events. -4 costs to a spell? No. Triple stack to a spell, maybe? Triple stack of Pseudoscience. I don't know if I want the Entropic Growth in the deck, though. 2 Ember, reserve spells in deck cost +1. My average turn doesn't cost that much energy either, so I can definitely take it. Plus magic power is irrelevant. -4 cost is irrelevant, so it's literally just triple stack. I can get more turns of burnout, but without Ladies of the House that are getting more damage for the turns of burnout, that really feels like a waste. Yeah, let's just have the Pseudoscience give a lot. Very effective Pseudoscience. They're gonna haste past. Right? Those haste attackers? We'll check again if it needs to change here. No, that's Titan Skin. Yeah, that's different, obviously. It's just where my sweep line goes, whether it's top line or mid line. All that really affects. I mean, I do want the Votivary dead. Draw 2 additional cards next turn. If only it was a 2 muted, eh? Oh, some of you are haste units. Right, it's not haste enchant. It's just haste. Normal. That's fine. Hold up. I think I'll go spikes. Wait. Never mind. Titan Skin's going to be protecting me against that anyway. I think I will go reanimate, the original choice I made. Hilarious. That actually added spikes. That's not what I meant to do. But now? Oh, you're kidding me? Now that I've added spikes, you're only offering me reanimate. It's what I deserve, but how dare you give me what I deserve? We'll kill the units we need to kill. Spikes. Stop. Stop giving him spikes, damn it. You're making him too powerful. I need him to die. At this point, the Revolving Ooze is just not dying until the boss is here. That's fine, though. Get as many triggers as I can get down here. Halo Dripping's top line doesn't make any sense. It's not going to be necessary. Okay, we managed to get the Undying one down to the end of their line. Get them to start reanimating. Perfect. I still do want as many friendly units to die as possible. Oh, perfect. So, Unstable Explosive. Then, Overworked Assistant. Then, Secret Ingredient pulls out more Unstable. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to kill you as well. Damn. I get 2 of my units dead on that top line. For an extra 10 gold. Oh, here's something fun. Remnant Host with Burnout 1. Extinguish summon 2 draft units. It'll die at the end of the first round. Summoning 2 units, it'll die at the end of their rounds as well. Pretty good for a harvest floor to see. I do feel like capacity is probably a good choice for me eventually as well. Ooh, combustion suit. It's 1 Ember to give a unit 10/10 and strike to apply 5 unstable to enemy units. Obviously really good on Test Subject Alpha as well, because it strikes every unit on the enemy line, adding a lot of unstable, which is a lot of AoE damage to him as well. And then I gotta go right again. Thankfully, I do have a good amount of money, so... Gain 5 Ember when a Term unit dies. Thank you. On deployment phase, add a random craft unit to your hand. Honestly, no. I still have to pay for it. First room card played each battle is played to all floors. I don't know if all floors need endless. / want endless. I cut a lot of cards out of this deck maybe, but even then the grafted units aren't really going to want endless either. I guess I could spend some money removing cards. Get a couple dregs out of this deck, probably 2 at least. Maybe cut a... kind of all of the stewards want to get out of here as well. Yeah, they're just dead weight. Oh, great, more stewards to remove. Kale's going to give us K capacity. I intentionally want the Reforming Ooze to die so that I can summon it so that it can die again so it keeps getting larger. Let's get the... I'm just reminding myself of that, because otherwise I seem to be keeping to forget that, and then I just let it live for some reason. Ooh, 3 more reanimate. That sounds good to me. I did almost say 3 animate. I don't think this is the turn to burn my Calcified Emperor, unfortunately. Could use that to get a second Test Subject Alpha. Feels unnecessary, though. Why not? I literally just have the Ember for it. It totals to 10 more damage on the floor. Hell yeah, and then one of them can wield the combustion suit now. Next floor's not getting that many slays on account of what's going on down here, but also on account of what's going on down here, everything's fine. Yeah, completely fine with that. Great, we'll finally be losing the Reforming Ooze on the bottom line. Giving us a perfect opportunity this turn to play the Reforming Ooze. Oh. I want to give this endless, no, not endless, burnout, so I can just play it on the bottom line completely fine. It's fine, Votivary, you'll block something next turn. I don't need you to be on the bottom line. Gorsh. Maybe I should give some survivability to the Wickless Baron right now. Wee bit more reanimate. And then I just get to play the Reforming Ooze again next turn. That's fine. On and reanimate. Oh, we got it. The Homework Assistant gets to survive. Yay. Ooh, that's not a good start for my fishing for more reanimate journey. I'm slightly concerned about next floor. I needn't have been slightly concerned about this floor. As it turns out, all is well. It's nice that the Wickless Baron grows anytime he dies, harvesting off of his own death. Electricity Chamber friendly units gain spikes 8 on summon and on reanimated. Now, unfortunately that's a room, so it would go over the top of the Reforming Ooze. That said, I'm also about to be offered, what's it called? Worthy Sacrifice and Fecundity. If I took votive key earlier, I wouldn't have even needed the room. Memories of the Melted. This would be all different. Devourer of Death, I mean, look, I can throw you on the bottom line, but you're not going to do that well. It's our units that die, not really the enemies. And even then, you would still need to eventually explode to do your damage. Our midline's okay, but the problem is if we kill so many enemy units on the bottom line, it's not good anymore. I'm leaning towards nothing out of these. Eventually, I don't need the bottom line to consistently die, and then Reforming Ooze just goes in a backline behind someone else, like just a 200 damage unit standing behind Rectiflecker. And in that case, what do I want? Just a Devourer of Death to throw on the Wickless Barons line, maybe? You don't even count as a tomb unit. I'm honestly leaning so far towards skip here. Even despite having Reforming Ooze, like that's when you want the chamber, surely. Event time. This one's Worthy Sacrifice. So Worthy Sacrifice, if I put that on a tomb unit, that unit dies immediately, does 60 damage, gives 3 ember, and gives another 5 ember, so it becomes ridiculous how much that gives me. I don't need Reforming Ooze to have that. Reforming Ooze with Fecundity is completely fine, just get a second copy of it. Guess there's also the option of adding a Entombed Explosive back to... What do I even need all that energy for? Although Reforming Ooze, the thing is, like, you would take so many other upgrades much better than Fecundity. Fecundity is just the ability to get a second one of you. It should be on the Entombed Explosive. This is what I was kind of hoping. Merchant of Steel. Dualism! Yeah, I will Merchant of Steel Dualism the Reforming Ooze. Oh, that's fun. If I put Reanimate 1 on Votivry, and you die 2 times in a turn, I get 4 cards next turn. You're a great unit to have Reanimate on. Endless Remnant Host just gives me the ability to play that on any floor to trigger its abilities, which is fine by me. 20 additional health. Largely irrelevant. Reroll. Burnout. Votovori. Also multi-strike for the Wickless. Sorry, for the test subject Alpha. My god, everything's going real swimmingly. Plus 14 damage. Do I need that on anyone? Don't need that on anyone. Burn bright like a diamond, Rectiflicker. As for what we dupe here, I mean, like, a lot of me is screaming that it should be the Reforming Ooze. But, realistically, another copy of that Entombed Explosive. It's so much energy every single time I play it. Is that good? I'm not using that energy for anything. No, give me the big Reforming Ooze. Okay. Test Subject Alpha currently takes itself off the battlefield trying to kill a Prayer Stone. So I can just throw a Reforming Ooze on that floor as a chump blocker, and then later summon the Test Subject Alpha. Every line has a 200 damage unit ready to go. Sick unstable pull right there. That'll kill almost all of them on that bottom floor. Nice. We even get to kill the double-edged bearer in a pretty good position here. Great draw for the next end. I think it doesn't matter how much damage these enemies have, so I can incant all I like. I wonder if maybe I should just throw away a Votary on the top line as well. It already has Endless. It doesn't need to be on the bottom line. Let's give him some spikes. I don't want to play the double-edged arms yet, though. And let's give it to the Reforming Ooze on the second line, why not? I'm unlikely to get back to it after summoning a unit that I want to play it on, so... really would just be a poor idea. Entombed Explosive. Can't do that. Sadly, they have silence on that bottom line at the moment. We'll figure it out. It's got to be Dominion's Eye, go to the top floor, Entombed Explosive, explode, Entombed Explosive, explode. Tesseract Alpha hits mid. I don't want to Hallow Drippings before Votivary dies on the top floor. Definitely want that to happen. Welcome back, Reforming Ooze. Wait, this is the one with half fecundity? So that's the one with fecundity? Oh, neither of them have fecundity. They're literally both dupes. Got it. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. I know I did that, but I did forget about that as well. That's not the infusion I really want to be working on. Oh, that's much more like it. Just gonna get as much reanimate as possible, try and throw it on that bottom line and see what we can do. Oh, we even scored another one. I don't really want to incant on the bottom line if I can avoid it. You do a lot of damage when our units survive long enough to do it. I mean, hell yeah, that'll do it. The Reforming Ooze dies as many times as it can. Sounds good to me. Another Memories of the Melted. Totally unnecessary. Fatal Melting. I mean, it's some decent AoE damage eventually. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a copy of it, I think. Reduce a friendly unit to 1 health, apply 10 additional damage and lifesteal 2. Because the Reforming Ooze doesn't have that much health, giving it lifesteal is never very effective. Like, you can lifesteal 343 damage, great, but you have 15 health to hold it in, so what are you gonna do now? I'll skip there as well. I'd love to get like the organ harvester, the piece of equipment that gives slay, gain, reanimate. Just throw that on a reforming ooze. Just laugh my way all the bank. Problem is, given the amount of equipment I already have in the deck via either equipment I already have or grafts, a lot of the units that I want equipment on already have a better option right now. Duping to get another reforming ooze. I mean, making the bottom floor reforming ooze, reforming ooze, reforming ooze, and just something standing in front of them is pretty fun. Is it good? I don't know. Seems fun though. Interesting. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. Yeah. Turn off the deployment phase, summon a random unit from your deck on each floor. A lot of the time that's just going to pull out dregs. And it's going to pull out the test subject alpha in the wrong position, things like that. No. Unstable explosions deal twice as much. Nice. Friendly units lose gain rate 3 when they lose a stack of burnout. Yeah, whatever. Monstrosity Dental with Spike 7. May as well. Merchant Magic, -1 cost intrinsic. That's huge. Can also permanently remove consume. Oh, I can even -2 cost consume something. Hell yeah. -2 cost consume fatal melting. Let's remove consume from fatal melting. Let's go. I don't really play equipment at the start of the fight, but if I could get equipment on a unit on turn 1, then Replicate Array in the opening hand is insane. It's just I have 2 pieces of equipment that I can play neutrally. Other than that, I need graft units to die. This is just going to be a way to get Hallowed Drippings in the first hand. Play it then. I'm not going to give +10 to the Fatal Melting. You're going to want Holdover or something like that instead. Holdover on that pseudoscience seems cool, though. Oh, perfect. -1 cost and Permafrost on the Replicate Array. I think Holdover Fatal Melting is going to give me the ability to clear the bottom line every turn. -1 pseudoscience. That's after the reroll. Okay, so dupes. I mean, it's got to be the Reforming Ooze again, right? In terms of card removals. Honestly, it does come down to pretty much just drag and drag, please. Hell yeah. Entombed Explosive. Boom. Entombed Explosive. Ba-boom. Both of those... Both of those? Yeah. Both of those have Endless. Only one of them has Fecundity, so both of those are now on top of my deck, ready to be played and exploded next turn. Next question is it good for me to have that many of them right now? Not sure about that just yet, but I do have them. Also, this amount of spikes is going to destroy the Rage Wings as they attack. While also giving me a huge amount of these reanimate triggers triggering constantly. I do like it. I do like it. I'm going to make sure I only have one of them every turn. So that one's endless, goes back to the top of the deck. This one's not endless, goes here, dies. This one is endless, goes back to the top of the deck, but it's going to give us reform draft units consistently, which is really important. Interesting. I could go Twisted back and then Replicate Array on someone. I honestly think I should get a second Wickless Baron that way. Yeah, because I think I have enough ways of getting sweep-ish effects on the bottom line. This Ragewing enchanted with... So it's only taking 2 damage from each of the ones. Yeah, so it's... Most of the Ragewings are going to die on that bottom line very easily. Yeah, give me another copy of you. I see. As it turns out, not having a quick attacker is pretty much terrifying to that midline. Understood. Fact of the matter is, letting the Chosen Assassin go to the next floor... Well, it's going to cause problems for us. I mean, our bottom line has grown large. That's doing real well. Cool, enough reanimate for the Ragewing Assassin to die. That's important. think I'm just going to have to move one of the Reforming Oozes up a floor at the least to help save us here. Go, that line sandals. You think unstable and melee weakness. Sorry, sap and melee weakness. Be totally appropriate for Seraph as well. All right, pseudoscience. More spikes. That'll do it. More regen. That'll do it. I think the additional capacity is really important in this context as well, because it means on this next floor, I can just play the Reforming Ooze again. Yeah. Hell yeah. I finally got to live the actual Reforming Ooze dream. I've got 3 of them in the deck. Each of them has more than 500 damage. Only bosses can stand up against the amount of damage they have without instantly dying. I think I should slow play them this time, though. Just play a single one to start with. And then play the rest of them as I draw them. Ooh. Early draw, huge. Votivary, I would love you to be there everywhere, every turn. You are great. I guess this triple stack should probably go, yeah, on the frontliner in case it gives spikes, which it did. Love to draw 9 additional cards this turn. And I do want Reforming Ooze dying. But I'm starting to be playing a lot of endless units, which is going to make it really difficult to get to the 3rd Reforming Ooze. I'm drawing 9 cards a turn with the Votivary. I should be okay. That said, I'd love to play this Remnant Host on any other floor. chump block with it on the bottom. There we are. Remnant host with the midline. That's what you want to see. Oh, final revolving ooze is out, and we are set. No, I have additional summons I want to do there every turn, so I don't think I'll be using Replicator Ray just yet. It's also a really good safe way to throw away those. Let's give that Goliath infusion away because I really don't want to work on that anymore. No, not the Rage Wings. Let's give you Twisted back. Double-edged bearer has endless. Why? Why? I know exactly why, but why? Guess I'll give my unit with the most reanimate on this floor some multi-strike. And that's enough to get savagery down this line. Sick. Is that first Entombed Explosive? Yeah, we're already doing completely fine on the bottom line. I don't need to do anything else. If anything, it's just fish for reanimate. Decent amount of reanimate found. I'll actually keep our front line alive. Come on, then let it explode. Come on, then let it explode. Let's look for just aggressive things we can throw at the top lines. I'm looking for Frostbite especially here. Just for the sake of Dominion, maybe. They did it. They finally managed to kill that bottom line. It's dead. Whoops. Accidentally resummoned it. Sorry, guys. I know you spent so long on it. There you go, get frostbited. Frostbitten? Frostboat. Oh, Lifesteal brings the Wickless Baron fully back into the field after that turn. I'm gonna take Rage just because the... Test Subject Alpha is now out of damage. Has been sapped too much to be able to damage. But that's not gonna matter as Dominion's gonna be dying at the end of this turn. So, look, I can't make this, I can't thumbnail the exact same minion as such a recent run, especially when this is the first time I've really gotten a Reforming Ooze to truly go off. And then a second Reforming Ooze to do the same. And then a third Reforming Ooze to do also the same. They got permanently quite large. And then we also just had another very comfortable floor ready to clean up anything that got through them. Which, granted, wasn't that much near the end. Especially given the spikes. Alright. Let's get a second Wickless Baron. Just fill out that midline. Give some Rage and Damage Shield. Hit the end turn button and watch it go. That's what Fire is Greed does, buddy. It gives you money. That money buys ridiculous advantages in the early game. Those ridiculous advantages in the early game compound into giving you more money. Also, legitimately, I should probably circle around to say Melting Remnant and Lazarus League are the two clans that can best utilize the event, the inscription event that gives you Reanimate, Fecundity, and Worthy Sacrifice. So getting that very early on there was also obviously deeply instrumental to the run. New personal record for Endless applied. And for damage taken. Hell yeah, I wasn't trying to prevent it on the bottom line. Please, kill my guys. Kill them dead. It only brings them back stronger than ever before. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist from all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people who are generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll let me join yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.